Hello, my dear children of class 10. I hope you are doing well. Today, from the chapter 2 chemical bonding, I will discuss covalent bond and coordinate bond. Uh, but before that, one story. And in this story, scene 1, scene 2. Like your Merchant of Venice, English literature, many scenes are there. Chemistry also, you can get literature. Scene 1. In an educational tour, class 1 students went, and there two students are there. They are very good friend, and they are very clever also, and they have decided that when they will go to this educational tour, so one will bring one type of tiffin, another will bring another type of tiffin, then they will eat together. So like that, first friend, he brought in that educational tour some bread. I'm keeping here, and second friend brought some jam. Now, when the time of tiffin, so now they are preparing that tiffin like this. So they prepared their tiffin. Now they will share their tiffin. Now here you can see both the friend contributed something. One friend contributed the bread, another friend contributed the jam. And after that, combination of bread and jam, now both can get bread and both can get this jam. So in chemistry also, some sharing of electrons are there. Now due to that, chemical bonds are also forming. So today we will discuss at first covalent bond. Covalent bond. What is covalent bond? The chemical bond that is formed between two combining atoms by mutual sharing of one or more pairs of electrons is called covalent bond, and the compound formed due to this bond is called covalent compound. So you can see here sharing, both are sharing, and due to that these covalent bonds are forming. So for covalent bond, you have to remember one thing, that each atom contributes equal number of electrons. You have to remember. And there are three main types of covalent bonds are there. And first one you can see here, that is the single bond, which is formed by the sharing of one pair of electrons between the atoms. Single bond. Single bond. One pair, that is bread and butter. Not butter, jam. Pair. Double covalent bond is formed by sharing of two pairs of electrons between two atoms. So here we can say combination of two single bond. Combination of two single bond. And for one single bond, we can give example H combination, that you can see hydrogen, then you can see H and Cl combination, hydrogen chloride. Then from organic chemistry, one compound we have taken, that is CH4, that is methane. So all single bonds are there. Now for the double bond we can get, double bond is there, CO2, C with that oxygen, double bonds are there. Oxygen is one example. Then I have taken one organic compound, because organic chemistry you will read that this compound name is ethene. Double bond is present, compound name is ethene. And the third one is triple bond, which is formed by sharing of three pairs of electrons between two atoms. like this. Example, nitrogen is there. Then example, ethine also is there. And this triple bond, we can say combination of 1, 2, 3 single bond. 3 single bond, you can see triple bond. 1, 2, 3 triple bond. So this is what covalent bond. Now when we have studied ionic bond, then electrovalency came. So here covalency also will come. So covalency of an atom is the number of its electrons taking part in the formation of shared pairs. Like that for hydrogen, example, we have saw hydrogen, here 1 electron they have shared, that is why hydrogen covalency is 1. Oxygen 2, then here nitrogen 3. And now 2 definitions we will learn from here. That is, first one is there, that is called non-polar covalent compound. That is non-polar covalent compound. Covalent compounds are non-polar when we'll say when shared pair of electrons are equally distributed between 2 atoms. Equally distributed between 2 atoms. Like this, the example we can say hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen, equally distributed. And this and there is no charge separation. For non-polar covalent compound, there is no charge separation, and also molecules are symmetrical and electrically neutral. This is the main point, electrically neutral. So we can conclude that these compounds do not ionize in water due to lack of charge separation. So you will not get ion from non-polar covalent compound. The next one is there, you can see polar covalent compound. Polar covalent compound. And these polar covalent compounds are the compounds when shared pair of electrons are not at equal distance between the 2 atoms. So here you can see hydrogen and chlorine, hydrogen chloride is there. So that means the shared pair of electrons is not in the middle position, as chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen. So chlorine will attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself little bit. That is why some partial negative charge are generating for chlorine and partial positive charge is generated for hydrogen. And for this reason the polarity occurs. For one other example I have given here, that is, you can see that ammonia is there, the nitrogen, some delta negative, small amount of negative charge developed in nitrogen, and 3 hydrogens are there, the small amount of positive charge developed because of the electronegativity difference. And these compounds will ionize in water. So when you will give in water, so these compounds will form ions. Now so that means there are 2 types of covalent compounds are there. One is called non-polar, another is polar. Water is polar covalent compound. Now we will discuss about the conditions. What are the conditions for the formation of covalent bond? Some conditions are there. You have to memorize these 4 conditions. First of all, both atoms should have 4 or more electrons in their outermost shell. So that means less than 4, that is 1, 2, 3, they are forming ionic compound. So the ionic compound as they are forming, so they are forming the charged particle, but here 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. So they are all non-metals, we can say. And exceptional cases are there. Definitely exceptional cases you can see that hydrogen, beryllium, boron, aluminum, there are some exceptional cases. Then second condition, both the atoms should have high electronegativity. Third point, both the atoms should have high ionization energy. Fourth point, the electronegativity difference between the combining atoms should either be 0 or negligible. So these 4 conditions are present for the formation of covalent bond. Now we will discuss with one example, one molecule. We will see that how they are forming this covalent compound, covalent bond. Now, I have taken one example, very common. You can see carbon tetrachloride, formation of carbon tetrachloride. Now, I have used here electron dot structure, and you can find out that dot cross I have mentioned. Covalent compound you have to show by dot cross. So first, before combination, you can see that carbon 4 outermost electrons and chlorine 7 electrons are there, and how they are sharing and forming before combination 4 bonds, and after combination you can see it will be like this. This is carbon tetrachloride CCl4. Dot cross you must see dot cross, and in examination you have to show this structure with dot cross. So this is how the carbon tetrachloride molecule formed, and by sharing of electrons. So this is all about your covalent bond and covalent compound. Now, scene 2, Merchant of Venice, not Merchant of Venice. This chemistry, chemical bond, scene 2. Another place, the same occasion, that is when they went for that educational tour. So two friends are sitting, and unfortunately one friend forgot to take his tiffin, and another friend, he is very good friend of this second one, so he is preparing the tiffin. Now he also brought bread and butter. Now here you have to notice that from the scene 1, what is the difference between scene 1 and scene 2? In scene 2, both this bread and butter, brought by one friend. Okay, and in scene 1, so both the friend contributed. One brought jam, another brought bread. Now this tiffin, the friend is giving to another one. You take, and I am giving both, and from you, from this I will also take something. Now like that, one friend given to another friend, and like that in chemistry, that when the bond formed between two atoms by sharing a pair of electrons provided entirely by one of the combining atoms but shared by both is called a coordinate or dative bond. As for example, we can take the example of, you can see the definition of coordinate bond definition, and example what we can take: hydronium ion H3O plus, then ammonium ion NH4 plus. Now what are the conditions? Two conditions are there. One of the two atoms must have at least one lone pair of electrons. So at least one lone pair of electrons. And the second one, another atom should be short of at least one lone pair of atoms. Short of at least one lone pair of electrons, we can say. And how this coordinate bond we are showing? With the help of this arrow, with the arrow sign. And see, you can see donor to acceptor, the arrow sign. And we can discuss with one example. So and one more thing you have to remember, that a coordinate bond has the properties of both covalent and ionic bonds. And here I have given one example, formation of ammonium ion. You can see this is ammonia structure, and this ammonia is completely, this ammonia molecule, covalent bonds are there. You can see that sharing of electron I have shown, and this is hydrogen plus. Now see, this is not hydrogen plus, that is hydrogen ion, which is equivalent to proton, and H plus means no electrons are present. And to get the stable electronic configuration, hydrogen, we know that duplet structure will form. The duplet means this H plus, 2 electrons required, and here you can see nitrogen, one pair of electrons extra. this is lone pair, and this lone pair, so the nitrogen is giving both the electron to hydrogen to form a bond, and they are forming, and you can see one positive charge. So the ion is forming this due to this plus charge, positive charge, but here one bond formed, and this bond of nitrogen hydrogen formed by the electron pair given by nitrogen, and we can write like this, and this is the dative bond. You can see this is only the covalent bond, only single line, but this is the arrow sign, donor to acceptor, and this is dative bond or coordinate bond, and this is also one plus sign, you can see. So this is the formation of ammonium ion. My dear children, please look carefully when you will draw the structure for the coordinate bond. If the charge you are not giving, you will not get any marks. If this coming as charge particle, the structure like this ammonium ion, I saw in school many copies previously, and also in the council copy many are drawing without this charge, and the council rule is that without this plus sign or maybe the charge, no marks. So you will not get any marks if you are missing this charge. And when you will draw, definitely that covalent bond dot cross structure, this is must, and you can, and you have to show before combination, after combination, before combination, after combination. Here also you can see this side before combination, this is after combination. So like that you have to practice the structure. So for today you can take some homework for your practice. You should draw the formation of number 1 H2 hydrogen molecule, number 2 Cl2 chlorine molecule, number 3 CH4 methane molecule, CH4 methane molecule, and number 4 hydronium ion, H3O plus hydronium ion. This you have to practice. I hope that covalent as well as coordinate bond is very clear to you. Now you have to practice, and definitely you will score a lot of marks in the examination. So that's all for today, and again I will say, be in your home, study well, and God bless you. Thank you.